I spent 3 months doing nothing, not working, not journaling, not recording any videos consistently like I used to, and you can see it on the channel. I spent 3 months on bed and watching TV or just scrolling on my phone. And these are the 10 eye opening things that I learned by not doing anything for 3 months. Number one is how important it is to have a sense of purpose and meaning in your life. For me, what gives me purpose is knowing that I can bring value to the world by sharing things with my voice and my thoughts and my experiences, because nobody is going to do it the way I do it. Or, like, what I mean is that maybe a lot of people have the same value I have to share with others, but they don't feel like they should do it on a camera by recording or posting it, or maybe like how I felt these 3 months where I didn't do anything. They're not consistent enough. And I haven't been as consistent as I would like to. And when you slow down for 3 months, you notice so many things in your life: your work ethic, who you are married to, how good of a partner you have next to you, the person that you're spending the rest of your life with. The lesson number two that I learned is how much I love my independence. When you are not able to move because you're in pain, or you can't work and you can't do many things as normal when you're healthy, you start to appreciate more how independent you are, how smart you are, how healthy you are when you're healthy. And you appreciate your body, and also notice how much you don't pay attention to your body when you're feeling healthy. It's just like, oh yeah, I can run this car all the time in fast mode, I can do anything, but you don't notice how important is this vehicle that is taking you to accomplish all these goals. And I wasn't able to even cook for myself sometimes during these 3 months that I couldn't do things. And it made me notice how important it is for me, my independence, how much I love doing things my way. Like the videos that I make, I like making them authentic, sharing my experience the way I feel like doing it. And also, like, it's like tracking where I am in life. Like, when I was so consistent making these videos, I remember that it was hard for me, and I was like, oh, it's gonna take me so long to hit certain goal, for example 5,000 subscribers. And that was important for me. And during the 3 months that I wasn't able to do anything, I noticed that watching those videos back, I'm like, wow, I was in such a good time of my life, because I felt like I was going somewhere, like I was doing something, and I left value in a channel, and people were watching, and I was helping others. I love seeing their comments and how it's helping them. And also, like, even my husband sends me my own videos where, let's say, the title says your old identity is keeping you stuck. And that's another big lesson that I have learned too, that we are always having new identities. And I mean this in a way where we are better versions of ourselves, worse versions, and versions of ourselves that we don't choose to be, but we have to in order to grow, right? And for me, that's a big lesson, being able to do the things that they give meaning to your life, that make you feel independent, and they make you feel like yourself. They make you feel like yourself when you do these things. So that was the thing for me. Another thing that I want to share on this, because as I am making videos, sometimes I come up with more ideas. And one of the ideas is that I had a version of myself last year where I was listening to the right mentors every single day, journaling so much. I was being a leader. I was doing so good at work with my team, with my husband, and our business, that I wanted to share with everybody what I was doing in order to make it work so good. And it worked. And I am really proud of myself in that sense of how much I worked, and how my presence was so important, and how much I was learning and hustling, and it felt great. And then you have this new identity where you can't be fully yourself, or like your body doesn't allow to you because you're going through something, you know? Then number 3 is having the right partner next to you. Somebody that supports you, that understands what you're going through, and that sometimes we as a couple can do 50-50, but sometimes one has to do 100% and the other one is doing 50 or less. Sometimes you do 20. I felt like the beginning of these 3 months, I was doing probably 10% or 1% because most of my days were on bed and not feeling well. But this was also my choice and my husband's choice. And it's because we decided to bring another life to the world. And now I'm expecting to have a baby. And that's really, it's incredible. But what I'm learning by going through this is that this is a new identity for me. And I have to accept that. And even I have dreams, normal dreams, no, crazy dreams. I have crazy dreams where I'm living either the life that I had before being pregnant and the life that I like. I'm going through things in my dreams that I'm like, I can't do this because I'm pregnant, or like, oh yeah, I wish it was like this, but now I'm going to be a mom and things like that, right? And it's really interesting how it changes you. And there was a point where my mental health was not in its best. And I heard this amazing thing from somebody that I love. They said, Tammy, sometimes we have to accept that we have a new life and that we're going through a different season, and it's like a whole new identity, a new life, and that we need to leave that life in the past, the one I had before this big decision that I made in my life. So that's why your identity is really important, and that you notice that you're always changing, always, and that some decisions can change your life for the rest of your life, like moving to a different country, like marrying, like deciding to have a baby, or anything like signing a contract with a label, or signing a contract with a lawyer, anything that you're working on. Decisions are going to shape your life for the next few years, and this decision is going to change my life for the rest of my life. So I'm excited to see what I go through and how the chapters are going to be, the seasons and things like that, with now somebody new in our lives. Number 4 is I learned that when I couldn't do anything, the last thing I wanted to do was reading books and listening to my mentors and doing all those things that I was doing when I was feeling inspired, motivated, disciplined, ambitious. No, this time I just wanted to be on my phone playing video games or scrolling, and I did it. I scrolled a ton. I watched many videos. A lot of the videos were about pregnancy or how it's going to be parenting advice, and all of that. And then in between, I watched random content. What I noticed about it is that, yes, I had the chance to do this, the scrolling, the kind of drifting in life and not having any directions, just being in bed, tired, feeling confused, and feeling nauseous, just not feeling good, just being on my phone trying to escape that feeling. But when I was scrolling, I feel like I added a lot of information that I didn't need it, and that I wish I used more my imagination. Because if there's something that I missed from my childhood when I was young until 13, I guess, it's my imagination for everything, for how I want my life to be, for how I want my identity to be, and for how I picture my future. Habits were really important, but at the same time, I understand when you're feeling sick, you don't feel like doing anything. Like life doesn't feel like something that you can have ambition, goals, or things like that when you're feeling so sick. It's like all your focus is into how painful and uncomfortable you are, and you end up complaining. At least this was my case. I wish it was different. Let me take you to number 5, which is being consistent even on the hard days. And I learned this one time when I was recording videos every day. I set a goal of doing videos every day if I could, and how long it will take me. And I remember I said to myself, it doesn't matter what time you post. If you have to post at 11 p.m., at 1 a.m., or at 9 a.m., up to you, you choose, but post that same day, I told myself. And by doing this and having to hold myself accountable, I was going to go to bed without editing a video and posting it. This was in the past when I was being very consistent. And I'm like, all right, I can't do that to myself because I promised to myself I was going to be consistent. I edited the video with a really bad attitude. I didn't want it to. I complained so much to myself, and even the editing was not working. The app was crashing, and I was like, this is the reason why I don't want to do this, I told myself. But I finished it. I think the video was okay editing. I think that my voice was late and the subtitles were late, things like that, or the audio was late. But I posted it anyway. The feeling I got after posting it was the best. It's like it boosted my confidence. It made me feel so much better about myself. I'm like, this is why successful people are successful. Because they do what they said to themselves that they were going to do, to be consistent. They do it anyways, even if they're tired, even if they don't want to, if it's too late, if the app that they're editing is crashing, or if they don't feel like to. You don't feel like doing it, but you do it anyways. That's when you gain confidence. That's when you feel so good about yourself. That's when you are like, oh, I think I can achieve my goals. I think I can make it. I can make it happen. And that makes you different than anybody. Like, I think that's the reason why Mr. Beast, for example, is so successful. Because he did it no matter what. If he was feeling sick, if he wasn't feeling well, like there's even a video of him saying like if mental health was his priority, he wouldn't be where it is. Or like the life that he's having, nobody can have that life because it's harder than it seems. And I believe that. And that's what I thought. I was like, that also happens when I look at my husband. My husband is running a very successful business. He's always talking with people, with customers, with the team, with our employees, with me, with everybody. And I'm like, wow, I don't know how he does it, but I know that the reason he's so successful is because he's the only one that can handle those things the way he does. It's hard. What he does is hard. He has to wake up early no matter what to be on market open, and we are in California, so he has to wake up at 6:30 a.m. and things like that. And I feel like there's people that wouldn't want to do that every day, or like they wouldn't want to record videos every single day. I didn't post it for 3 months. How do I expect for me to grow my channel and achieve my goals if I'm not showing up? So when you show up on the hard days, when you show up when you less feel like it, that's when you're going to make it. And I know this because I feel like life is kind of surreal. Those 3 months that I was having the worst time, I'm gonna say for me was one of the hardest time in my life, the first trimester of my pregnancy. And I noticed that in the moment I didn't want to keep going with life. I was like, this is the hardest thing. I don't like it. I don't want to wake up from bed. I don't want to get up from bed. I don't want to do anything. I don't have any goals or anything. And I look back at it now and I'm like, wow, that was just a game, just a video game. Like they were videos of me doing things. That's how I kind of see it. I don't know how to explain it perfectly, but that's in the past. I don't feel that way anymore. Now I can record, I can cook myself something, I can move, I can go and exercise. I can do more things. Taking a shower is not painful or super tiring, or putting on clothes and things like that, even eating, right? And now that doesn't matter. But imagine if during that time I still did something to contribute to my future. Just an example, right? My husband has really bad allergies, for example, and he pushes no matter what every day. I have the worst allergies, but I'm going to show up. I'm going to make my videos. I'm going to talk with my clients. I'm going to plan how I want my business to, what income, revenue I want, and all of those things. He does it anyway, with a bad attitude, feeling tired, sneezing, all of those things, but he does it anyway. And that's what I've been learning by being with him for for 6 years, that he will do things no matter what, just being consistent every single day. And it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to remember those days that you felt really bad. Nobody's going to remember those days that you felt really good and you didn't anyways. But everybody's going to remember how successful you became the day that you do. And they're going to be like, either, wow, he's so lucky, she's so lucky, or they're going to say they deserve that spot because they worked hard. They showed up. And so that's somebody I want to be, honestly. I want to show up for at least all the things I want to do. Sometimes I feel like I have so many goals. Like, I want to be successful in the music industry. I don't know if in the music industry, but I want to be successful doing what I love doing creatively, which is my music and singing. I also want to pursue a YouTube career where I have a really good channel with audience and people that I can help and work with and things like that. And now I'm going to be a mom, and I also want to experience that in life and what it is like. And yeah, I'm excited for those things. And now let me share with you number 6, which is how important is to discuss with your partner and yourself what are your goals. And this is how I always feel so much better about living life and waking up every single day, is when I know where I want to go and what I want to do. And my husband and I decided to have a meeting while we are at dinner together at a restaurant. We love doing that. We love going to a restaurant and then talking about our goals and things like that. And it's one of my favorite things to do. It feels like a date, actually, but it's not, I think. Or you get to do both, like discuss with your partner, how can he support me on my goals and how can I support him with his goals, and how are our goals, which are our goals together. That's one of the best things that happened to me. And that's why I'm making this video, because while we were talking on the table about what we wanted to do and which year was the best, or like when was it that I felt the best about myself and things like that. And I was like, I really like doing YouTube videos. I really enjoy it. I like it. Some days I don't feel like to it. Some days I feel like it's not good enough, or I'm not sharing the right things, or I don't know how to express myself perfectly for people to understand it, or I overthink. And I don't like overthink. Like, what if they lose their attention span and they don't want to watch it? I'm not here to entertain anybody and try to keep your attention. Like, that's something that they are responsible for. That people are responsible for what they want to watch, what they want to hear, and what they want to put in their ears. It's not my choice. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to share my experience and see if this helps others. And every time I'm with somebody that's struggling in life in person, I tell them, I would love to coach you and help you, but I want to do it in a bigger way. And a bigger way for me is like sharing it on YouTube. Maybe this video gets 20 views and 20 people here in this room that I've been able to coach and help. To me is amazing. Maybe 300 people watches this. No, I don't think they will fit in my home or more. And that's how I want to do it. I want to do it in a way that is where people can see me and reach me easy than just one-on-one with somebody that I can change their life. It's going to be amazing, but it's like having a kid, like that's why I'm going to have my own kid. If I can coach and help and advise and make it and raise my kids better than my parents raised me, I love it. But if I can do it too on YouTube and help business owners and help women that want to be more independent, somebody that wants to start their own channel, that's my goal. That's what I like. So yeah, that's the number 6. Then also discuss your goals with yourself. Journal about it. Another reason why we were able to come up with our goals was because I had it written on my notebooks. I always have my goals written, and he was going through my journal. It wasn't a journal, it was like a note taker, a notebook. And he was like, look, this is what you wanted to do. These were your goals about a year ago. And I'm like, and I still want to hit them. I still want to do that. And that's why I'm here making my videos. And the good thing is that I discuss that with myself. I sit down, I journal, and I said, this is what I want. Can we achieve this in 1 year? Let's see. How do we do it? 1 video a day, things like that. Perfect. So that's really important. Number 7 is having a routine and tracking your habits. It's one of the best things that can happen to me is having a routine. If I don't have a routine, it's like I don't know when I'm going to bed, when I'm going to eat, when I'm going to go to the gym and exercise, when I'm taking a shower, and things like that. And when I have a routine, I feel much more on track. I'll do that one short. And tracking habits, also really important. If I have to take certain vitamins, certain pills, or things like that, I know that I did it. And it's good to keep track of it. Number 8 is having systems at home. When you are feeling sick, or for example, you can't walk, what would you bring to your home? A wheelchair, right? Because it's gonna make life easier. You're gonna be able to go to the bathroom if you need to, or go to places if you have to. If you don't have that wheelchair, then you're gonna be on bed most of the time. What I mean by this, which I went to an extreme, is have systems in ways like, for example, my laundry. This is an example that I can give. Everything that has to do with clothes, like even anything that has to do with wardrobe, clothes, and laundry, belongs to the laundry room or the closet, right? That's it. I don't want to see clothes in the bathroom. I don't want to see clothes in the side of my bed. I don't want to see clothes on a chair anywhere else than where it belongs to. So for me, setting systems by category helps me so much. If I have in my room lotion that needs to be in the bathroom or a conditioner in my room, it makes no sense. So that means that the conditioner's category is bathroom, goes to the bathroom. And like that with everything, like notebooks and things like that, they go to the bookshelf. All my pens and pencils and stuff, category desk and office. All the kitchen cups, I don't want to see cups in my room. I don't have cups in my room. So the systems is making sure that what's meant to be in the kitchen goes to the kitchen, what's meant to be in your closet goes in the closet, and things like that. So having systems for those things helped me so much. Let me take you to number 9, which is how important is to rest and slow down. Honestly, when I slow down and I rest, I was able to look back at all the amazing things I have accomplished and how I took it for granted when they were happening, and now I don't take it for granted, and I want to even work more. And what I mean by this is like looking in the past and seeing, wow, look how many videos I made. I remember when I was making my own music, how good it felt to do it and things like that. So I'm able to look back and say, this was amazing. This is what I want to keep doing. And also look ahead of you and say, all right, this is how I want to approach it now. That's what I learned too. And then number 10 is just something that I probably already mentioned, but take action daily on something that gives meaning to your life, or else you're gonna feel like such a drifter. You're gonna feel so lost, so dependent, so low, no confidence, nothing, because you become your greatest when you take action, when you don't feel good, when it's a hard thing to do, when it's something that you've never done. If you take action towards that thing that feels hard, or that you don't know, you have no clue what's going to happen, that's when you learn. That's when you're like, oh, I can easily do this. This is amazing. Or I learned this. What's the next challenge? That's the best that can happen to you. So these are the 10 things that I learned, and I hope that they help you. And I would love to see you on my next video. I don't remember how I used to finish my videos, but I just want to make it as authentic as I want. as I can, because I prefer making the videos over not making them. That's what gives me gratification in life. Anyways, if you really like this video, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I would love to see you on my next video. Bye.